In today's news, Police Act on hold. Some areas of Police Act problematic, says Premier. Renowned sportsman and past Director of Youth Affairs and Sports has passed away. The first cohort of HLSCC-NCUK partnership to start from September amidst reactions to Road Tongue Market Square. And the BVI House Services Authority announces debt relief program. Well, these are more stories when 284 News return.
There are many ways to enjoy life, like so many ways to count on Popular.
Welcome to the 103rd season of the NFL!
It's that time for the NFL playoffs every weekend with CCT Live, showing every game on CBS, NBC, ABC, and ESPN, including the Super Bowl. Sign up for CCT Live today.
There's no game like this game!
Well, welcome viewers to the Friday, February 10th edition of 284 News. I am Kamal Haynes, bringing you the latest out of the British Virgin Islands. Well, leading today's news, the second and third readings of the Police Act 2 2023 have been postponed. The decision was made during an informal meeting of the House of Assembly held on Thursday, February 9th, as per a statement by at-large Representative Carvin Malone, who was in attendance. In addition to all 12 members of the House of Assembly, other stakeholders, including the Attorney General's Office, the Royal Virgin Islands Police Force, and the Bar Association, were part of those discussions. While providing some insight on the discussions that took place, the statement said, and I quote, "Numerous suggestions for changes to the bill were voiced and widely agreed. There were concerns of the provisions that are already in the Act of 2014 and repeated into 2023 bill, so these were not agreed for removal. Well, there were concerns that, once explained, were agreed as critical to policing and hence were agreed to remain. And finally, there were concerns that all parties agreed to remove in parts and in whole," end quote. Requests for agreed changes to the bill are expected to be made and circulated to stakeholders prior to the second and third readings. Malone intends to explore these changes publicly once circulated as part of discussions in his One VI Agenda Forum. Well, debates on the controversial Police Act 2023 will continue in the future, but not dramatic changes to the content of the bill. According to Premier Dr. Honorable Natalia Wheatley, the postponement will allow for, and I quote, "more time to consult, discuss, and prepare the necessary amendments to be considered by the House of Assembly and the public."
I want to make it clear, Madam Speaker, that there is no intention by any member of this House of Assembly to pass this bill in its current form. We recognize a number of areas that are clearly problematic. Members of the House of Assembly have engaged the Bar Association, individual lawyers, concerned citizens, and a number of others. And the concerns have been consistent. We convened an informal meeting of the House of Assembly, and we communicated with top officials of the Royal Virgin Islands Police Force, and communicated that under no circumstances would this bill be passed without amendments to the areas that have caused such grave concern to the members of the House and the public at large.
Well, Wheatley spoke during a special sitting of the House of Assembly today, Friday, February 10th, where this sitting was originally scheduled with the intention of debating the bill. Well, the change of the tides came following a meeting with stakeholders the previous day. Well, outside of that, the bill has been widely criticized by members of the public. Residents question the draconian powers the bill granted to the Royal Virgin Islands Police Force, the invasion of Virgin Islanders' privacy, and the apparent rush of the government to pass the bill. Well, there has also been criticism surrounding the low level of consultation initially made on such an impactful piece of legislation. In acknowledging these concerns, Premier Wheatley had this to say.
Obviously, Madam Speaker, the bill was not passed by the Third House of Assembly, and it was again introduced in the Fourth House of Assembly. It was introduced a number of times but not passed. It has been in the public sphere literally for years. There has been significant time spent, significant edits, and criticisms heard, which include public concerns. Madam Speaker, I personally was involved in consultations on the Police Act in Virgin Gorda, Anegada, Jos Van Dyke, and all throughout Tortola. As a result of the feedback we received last year, we proposed a number of amendments to the bill. In addition to the proposed amendments based on public consultation, a number of additional amendments were made to the bill that the public did not request and the public were not privy to. These changes are reflected in the bill that was introduced to the House of Assembly a week ago.
Well, Wheatley said that it is intended that areas of concern within the bill will be removed during the committee stage. Well, viewers, moving on to some sad news where renowned sportsman and past director of the Department of Youth Affairs and Sports, Patrick O'Harrigan, has died. O'Harrigan, popularly known as Guava Tart by peers, passed away on Wednesday, February 8th, 2023 at the Dr. D. Orlando Smith Hospital. While he was 65, he was known as an avid basketball player, administrator, and starter. But tributes have been pouring in from all across the Virgin Islands and beyond from former colleagues, parents, and students of Harrigan. He has been credited for nurturing the talents of many athletes across the Virgin Islands, and even after retirement was a staple and consistent supporter for all sporting activities and events, especially in track and field. But throughout his career, he was a teacher and later served as acting director of the Department of Youth Affairs and Sports. He was also the founder of the popular Grasshoppers skipping rope, which competed within the Virgin Islands and beyond. Reflecting on the legacy of Harrigan was Dean the Sportsman Greenaway.
I knew Patrick Harrigan from his days playing basketball, and when I came home I would always see him in the BVI Amateur Basketball League, as it was called at the time, on the outdoor court where the multipurpose complex is now. He played for the A's, and I think he won championships in like 79, 78, 79, and 83. And it was a proud moment for him in 2021 when the A's won the championship. He also refereed in basketball. He played volleyball. He played softball. He was known for his work with developing jump rope. He had a lot of kids, a lot of activities for them. He took them to competitions across the eastern United States. He was also a starter for the BVI Athletics Association, starting in development meets, championship meets, interprimary. He was an official starter at the 2017 Carifta Games in Curacao. He had done training with starters. He had worked with a lot of the local starters on their craft. So the BVI has lost a sporting icon, and he has contributed significantly to the development of sports. I worked with him at the Department of Youth Affairs and Sports between 2015 and 2018. Again, I said to his family, keep strong as he rests in peace, and I extend my deepest condolences.
While also reminiscing on the life of Harrigan was Territorial at-Large Representative Honorable Carmen Malone.
My long-life friend and teammate Patrick Harrigan, also known as Tart, will always be remembered for his contributions to the sports of basketball, volleyball, track and field, and double Dutch skipping. During his time as manager, team leader, and center of the A's basketball team, fans grew to experience and appreciate basketball at its best when teams faced opponents like the Dreads, East Rockers, and the Disciples. Patrick encouraged and mentored many young people in the art and discipline of team sport. In later years, as he faced health issues during my time as manager for health, he rekindled a friendship and became even closer. On behalf of my family and former A's teammates, I express deepest condolences to Patrick's family and friends. The unstoppable center, Patrick Tart Harrigan, is gone, but will not be forgotten. His legacy will live on. May his soul rest in eternal peace.
Harrigan is survived by 2 children. But the owners, management, and staff of CCT, BVI Cable TV, and 284 Media expressed sincere condolences to the family of the late Patrick O'Harrigan. Well, up next, first cohort of HLSCC-NCUK partnership to start from September, and mixed reactions to Road Town Market Square. Well, these are more stories after a word from our sponsors.
Is someone gonna get that?
Hello.
Hello. So nice of you to have cleaned up for us. Hi, baby.
We're like in-laws that don't show up unannounced.
Don't worry, I've got this.
CG Insurance. Good like that.
There are many ways to enjoy life, like so many ways to count on Popular.
Catch Super Bowl 57 on CCT Live. Sign up today by calling 444-4444.
Is that my lunch? Is that my lunch?
We're like the coworker that doesn't eat your lunch.
I'm John. I'm John.
CG Insurance. Good like that.
Is business slow, cash flow down, hosting an upcoming event? We can help. Advertise with 284 Media and take your business or event to the next level by enhancing your present marketing and messaging strategies. Allow our team of experts to create a personalized ad that sets your business apart from all the rest. This could be your business or event. So, what are you waiting for? Contact our marketing team at 284media at cctbvi.com. Advertising with us works.
Hun, it's asking for your password.
Huh?
You were logged out. I need the password.
BR,
What's the rest?
BRANDI, the number 4, EVER?
Who's Brandy?
We're like the password that isn't your ex-girlfriend's name. CG Insurance. Good like that.
I should have changed it.
You should have.
You're right.
Well, welcome back, viewers. While students across the territory who are interested in pursuing their bachelor's in select locations abroad can now do so while remaining in the territory for the first year through a joint partnership agreement between the H. Laverty Stout Community College and NCUK. NCUK is a consortium of leading universities in the United Kingdom, New Zealand, Australia, and Canada, and is dedicated to giving international students guaranteed entry into their worldwide network of universities. HLSCC held an official launch ceremony for NCUK's International Year 1 program on Wednesday at the college's main campus in Parakeeta Bay, Tortola. Well, speaking on the initiative was HLSCC's President Dr. Richard Georges, who said the program is an ideal fit for the current business industry in the territory.
There are a number of factors and conditions locally that make a program like this one, the year one of the international year one, with a focus on business for NCUK, the ideal fit for a pilot program. The majority of HLSCC students are what majors? Business. The major industries of the BVI are what? Financial services, tourism. The number 2 jurisdiction where graduates transfer is with United Kingdom. So all of those factors have aligned. We also have been talking to the Ministry of Education for the past couple of years, looking at the scholarship program and scholarship committee and the number of students who transfer from HLSCC seeking business degrees, and how the rising cost of education in the United States is influencing this rising number of students choosing the UK.
Well, he also said that he is excited to field the first cohort of students which should be enrolled for the September 2023 semester.
So we are quite eager to get started with this program, to begin recruiting our first cohort and guiding them towards the next chapter in their lives. So thank you, Mr. McKenna, for traveling all the way here to help us launch. Thank you, Minister, for your support of the program. And thank you, all of you, for coming out. And I have to say special thanks to Vice President Smith-Thompson, who has been in the driving seat of this relationship, and seeing this come to fruition is a testament to her long hours and her work to see it through. I want to say thank you to Mrs. Dana Ambrose, as well as the entire faculty of the business department who will be tasked with the rolling up of the sleeves and the wiping of the brows and the patting of the backs to ensure that our students that enroll in this first cohort are successful and are able to choose their institutions with pleasure and with glee.
Well, Minister for Education, Honorable Shari De Castro, said her ministry fully supports the college in the partnership with NCUK.
One of the things that we're beginning to conceptualize is truly how we begin to create more structure to the engagement when our students leave secondary school and leave HLSCC in terms of the opportunities that are there. If we really reflect and think about it, some of us may have had some guidance or structure through potential individuals like Dr. Georges, for instance, who would have went to the best institution in the United States, which is Texas Christian University, and I followed in his footsteps. But it is structural programs like this and partnerships and collaborations like this that truly seek to cement and help our young people to really truly envision what it looks like to ascertain for the tertiary education, because there is a pathway and it's a structured approach that they can see, that they can experience, and that they could truly delve into understanding the potential prospects and guarantees that exist once they hold up their end of the bargain.
Well, she also spoke to the relationships that can be developed through this partnership, which could be utilized as a blueprint for future endeavors.
I believe that this is something that would seek to even further cement our relationship with HLSCC in creating potential benchmarks through this program that exists here, through this partnership for potential business students who want to further their educational careers in the United Kingdom. And so, Mr. President, I hope that we could continue dialogue in that vein so that we could truly allow our students to really envision and foresee what it looks like and have a tangible opportunity to go after it, not just through this one-year program, but more so to be able to have an opportunity for scholarships to be able to truly continue and visualize and reach the finish line.
Meanwhile, NCUK's Global Development Director Maria McKenna said the BVI is the first territory or country in the region that its partner organization has partnered with. She said it was a long journey, but one that will be worth the while.
It takes a lot of time, a lot of detail, an enormous amount of willpower, determination to get to a point where two institutions can come together and agree on what is the best thing for the young people of a nation. NCUK works with many partners around the world. BVI is the first location in this region to be launching such a partnership. So we're very, very, very excited to be working with the college here and hope that we can attract students from other islands in the region and give as many young people as possible the opportunity to start their study here and then embark on a journey overseas.
Ahead of the official opening of the Road Town Market Square on Monday, February 13th, 284 Media took to the streets of Road Town to engage with farmers and get a feel of their perspective surrounding this development. More in this report.
That day, it was made abundantly clear to our team that a majority of farmers were not in the least interested in occupying the available booths, while others said that they were uncertain whether moving from their roadside spots in favor of inhabiting the market square would be profitable. When contacted for comment, Director for Agriculture and Fisheries, Theodore James, said that he too had observed this trend within the vendor community. He noted that many vendors, now well established in their spots, are likely to prefer to remain where they are, where their customers can find them.
Most farmers that I have come into contact with and have heard discuss prefer Sir Oliver George's Plaza, and some of them have their spot throughout Road Town where their customers meet them. Some will be on the Sunday morning as well as the park in the 4th District. I've seen them there as well as Bobby's Front. So it's sporadic. The feeling is mixed among farmers.
Meanwhile, vendors who were initially interested in moving into the market square told our team that they were put off by the relatively steep price tag attached for monthly rent of the booths. Vendors are expected to pay $300 or $450 per month to occupy the booths. City Manager Janice Brathwaite-Edwards justified the cost as reasonable, considering the investments made into the facility.
First and foremost, nothing is free. It cost us a pretty penny to build those buildings and have them furbished as they are, and that comes with a price. I think that the price is reasonable as it relates to what it is we are offering in that particular location. Keeping in mind that is prime city real estate.
Despite this, it is anticipated that every booth in the market square will be inhabited at the first instance. Brathwaite-Edwards told our news team that there have been 17 applications made for the 15 available booths. Over a period of 72 hours leading up to the opening ceremony on Monday, these applications will be reviewed and successful candidates will be assigned booths. She explained that the process will be guided by a list of criteria.
What is happening is there's a team of government agencies that will come together to review the application. Once you've met the requirements on the application, then you would be selected to go in. And we have some criteria out of 100. So when you meet the criteria, then you'd be given an opportunity. Once you have at least 70 to 75%. You'll be given an opportunity to get a space in the new market square.
For 284 News, I am Jacques Wooding.
And in sports, One Love FC tops National League after thrashing Old Madrid FC. With these stories when 284 News returns.
Catch Super Bowl 57 on CCT Live. Sign up today by calling 444-4444.
Father Jesus, that line here long like church service.
Alright, do enjoy the rest of the day. Next customer line, please. Wait, hold on a second.
Yes, Sonny boy, come, yes, Sonny.
Good morning.
Good morning, Sonny boy. Hold on there. You must have cut fun people.
It's okay. I'll take care of it.
What? No man to take care of me.
How may I assist you?
Yes.
You want top of power?
You want top of power?
Join the prepaid party with CCT and enjoy more affordable data plans, more top-up promotions, more savings with hero bundles, and more value for your money each and every Tuesday with Top Up Turn Up Tuesday. Visit a CCT store today or anywhere CCT Top Up is sold and top up your phone.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. You want top of power?
Well, welcome back, viewers, and thank you so much for sticking with us. Well, in sports, One Love United FC moved to the top of the BVI Football Association's National League standings due to a better goal difference over Sugar Boys FC after defeating Old Madrid FC on Sunday. One more on this story. Playing at the East End Stadium, One Love United netted home 8 goals in a rout of Old Madrid FC, with Shane Prince opening the scoring in just the 5th minute on his way to a first-half hat-trick that made his season total a league-leading 14 goals. Well, teammate Colin Lavia scored his 12th goal of the season, and Jermaine May doubled up with goals, while Richard Morgan and Siobhan Williams each added a goal to the score sheet. But the victory has put Mark Savage's side in a serious position to potentially lift their first National League championship since 2018. Well, he said in a comment, and I quote, "A great game, great football being played, and we hardly skipped a beat. Seems like their team really wants to lift the trophy this year, but we will have to be at our best next weekend when we face VG United on their home turf," end quote. Well, over on Virgin Gorda, the Sugar Boys FC, despite slipping to second, held on to clinch a 2-1 victory against Panthers FC to sit with 28 points. Well, all the goals came in the first half, with Daryl Redhead putting the boys ahead from the penalty spot in the 20th minute before Oswald Holder made it 2-0 in the 26th minute. Well, Panthers' Kerry Christmas pulled one back before the break to give his side a foothold in the game, but one they couldn't capitalize on. Well, Sugar Boys captain Redhead said the win was an important one considering the race at the top for the title with One Love FC. Well, he said, and I quote, "But the guys know the situation, and all the guys came out and gave 100% effort. We have no choice but to be our best in every game now if we want to retain our title. But I believe that if we stay focused and keep our momentum going, we will do it," end quote. But meanwhile, in the other games played over the weekend, Rebels FC defeated Islanders FC 2-0 with goals from Kelvin Glasgow and Jalen Prentice, while Sheldon Tony netted a hat-trick in VG United's 5-1 victory against Positive FC. Well, the league will continue this weekend in East End and over on Virgin Gorda. Well, on Saturday, February 11th at the East End playing field, Old Madrid FC will face Sugar Boys FC at 6:30 p.m, while at 8:30 p.m, Lionheart will face Islanders. On Sunday, February 12th, the lone game at East End will be played at 5:30 p.m, with Panthers taking on Positive FC. Meanwhile, over on Virgin Gorda, VG United will play One Love United at 5:30 p.m, while at 7:30 p.m, Williams FC will play against Rebels FC. Reporting for 284 News, I am Kamal Haynes. Well, that's it for today's news roundup. Be sure to follow us for daily news updates at 284media.com and like us on Facebook at 284media and 284BVI on Instagram and Twitter. I'm Kamal Haynes. Have a safe and enjoyable weekend. Bye-bye.
Freeze. Choose your mix, choose your flavor.